Hey Anna, it's been a while. How have you been? Well, who is it? It's your sister, Phoebe. Phoebe? I don't have a sister with that name. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Why are you so cold? I haven't heard from you in a while. I thought I blocked you. Don't tell me you created another account just to contact me. Oh, yeah. What the hell? I was just about to forget you. What? You're my only sister. How can you do this to me? I don't consider you my sister. Are you still upset about what happened 3 years ago? Of course. You eloped with my husband. I still haven't forgiven you. You sure hold grudges. It's been 3 years. Get over it. How can I? I just built my dream home, but because you took my husband away from me, I was left alone in a big house. I had to pay the mortgage alone. You've effed me up so much. I know it sucks to get divorced just after building such a big house. But it's a good thing that happened before you guys had any children. If you get divorced after a baby is born, you might have a lot of problems. You should be thankful for that. Please tell me you're kidding. How can you be so calm after upsetting Mom and Dad that much? It can't be helped. It's just that the man I fell in love with happened to be your husband. Just because John's wife changed from you to me, that doesn't change the fact that John is our family's son-in-law. That's not the point. Mom and Dad are both too strict. How can they just disown me for this? It's only natural that they would cut you off. You knew that John was my husband, and you made a move on him. Even John said he'd rather be with me. Please don't make it sound like I'm the only one to blame. You are too. What the heck? Because you're always so absorbed in your work. You didn't give any attention to John, right? We're both busy with work. To buy our own house. We were even working overtime. But if you work all the time, you'll get dumped by men. Men will leave you. You're even ugly. You need to work harder on your attractiveness instead of your work. Oh, I see. Well, I don't really care about John anymore. Just be happy with him. So, why did you call me? If it's not something important, leave me alone. I'd rather not have anything to do with you. Oh, come on. Don't be so uptight. I called you today because I have good news for you. Good news? Yeah, I have good news. I'll return John to you. What the? I've decided to divorce John. What the heck? You guys just got married 3 years ago. You're divorcing already? Yup. Why? Because I found someone else. You cheated on him? There's nothing I can do about it. One can't suppress the feelings they have for someone. I can't believe it. You took my husband away from me, paid alimony, and then just simply left him? I'd get bored after 3 years of being a married couple. Besides, John's a pretty normal guy, to be honest. Huh? I think you know him better than anyone. He's just an ordinary guy. It's not like he's good looking or anything. He's your husband, so you got carried away and went for him. But I, on the other hand, am rational about this. I realize that marrying a small businessman from a small company doesn't do me much good. You're so cruel. I mean, I'm surprised you decided to marry John. What's so good about him? Well, you make a lot of money. I'm sure you wouldn't mind marrying John. At the time, I was in love with his personality. I didn't care about his looks or his profession. In the end, he betrayed me, so I guess I wasn't a good judge of character. I can't have a boring guy like John. You're the worst. You only took John because he was my husband. You didn't really like John, did you? That's not true. I liked him at first. I just got bored of him halfway through. So, who did you fall for this time? That's probably someone you know too. What? Emily's husband, Ken. Emily is our cousin Emily? That's right. You're lying. I'm not lying. Emily has 2 kids. You took her husband away from her? I fell in love with him at first sight. I happened to run into Emily and Ken and the kids. He was so handsome that I fell in love with him. Since then, I haven't been able to forget Ken. Oh no. Then one day, by chance, I bumped into Ken on the street. I was alone at the time. I thought it was my only chance, so we exchanged contact information. I asked him out on a date. What the? You're married. You're such a jerk. At first, we were just going to have tea. But when we were alone together, we got into a good mood. We ended up staying together until the night. And then we went straight to a hotel. Oh my God. We started going out once a week. And then Ken finally proposed to me the other day. What? Even though he's married too? He proposed to you? Yep. I'm sure I was more attractive than Emily. Really, I'm so guilty. No man can resist my charms. Even if they have a wife and kids, they would still fall for me. I'm glad I was born beautiful, unlike you. No way. I thought Ken cared about his family. He put me before his family. That's why I don't need John anymore. I'll give him back to you. What are you talking about? I don't care if you give him back now. Wait, don't you still like John? I don't like him at all. Don't be so harsh. I mean, I feel sorry for John. He's left alone after I dumped him. You should remarry him. I can't. Well, either way, I'm breaking up with John. Ken, unlike John, works for a big company and is well paid. Even if Emily asks for alimony, I'm sure Ken will pay my share too. Oh, my life is so rosy that I can marry a high-spec handsome guy. I'm speechless. You only think about taking things from people, don't you? I'm just being honest with myself. And well, Emily must have some problem too. Same with you. What are you talking about? Emily hasn't done anything wrong. I'm sure Emily's too busy with the kids. She didn't take good care of Ken. Once she became a mother, she stopped being a wife. That's why Ken was attracted to me, a beautiful and comforting woman. Ew. You're making me sick talking to you. I'm going to leave now. Hey, are you sure you don't want to remarry John? I'm not remarrying. Okay, bye. I see. You're going to live alone from now on, aren't you? You really want to be with John, but you're so stubborn, you poor thing. I'm sorry that I'm the only one who feels good. Be happy for me, sister. Anna! Just when I thought the noti was so noisy. It's you again? I've called you so many times, but you don't answer. I'm busy. It's Sunday. You're not supposed to be at work. It seems like you haven't been home for a long time. Where are you? On a long business trip. Oh, so that's why you weren't home yesterday or today. What do you want? I called you to apologize for something. What? I got Emily's husband, and I'm taking your mansion too. What the hell? Yesterday, I happened to pass by your house. You locked the front door, but you forgot to close the window on the first floor, so I let myself in through the window. What the hell? You came in without permission? That's okay, we're sisters. So I thought if I waited, you would come home sooner or later. But you didn't come home for a long time. If you're away all the time, then you should let Ken and I live here. Wait. I was wondering where to buy a new house for us. I'm glad we got a nice house for free. Isn't it nice? Even if we live here. You're single, so you don't need such a big place, right? I'm sorry. I keep taking things away from you. That house has already been sold. What? That's not my house. What? What are you talking nonsense? This house is yours, right? On the contrary, I want to ask you, why did you think it was my house? Then whose house is it? You built it when you were married to John, right? But you lost John to me. You've been living alone, haven't you? But from now on, Ken and I will live here. When you come back from your business trip, I want you to pack up your stuff and move out. No, wait. I'll pack your stuff properly. Have you changed your taste? There's a lot of elegant furniture in here. Well, I'll put the things I don't need out in the hallway. Phoebe, wait. Don't tamper with the furniture without permission. What? Why not? Do you still have feelings for this house? Why don't you move into a smaller apartment? You have a lot of stuff here. It's in the way. I can't wait to get rid of it. I don't have any of my stuff in that house. What? Because I don't live there. Stop lying so desperately. I think you've got it all wrong. That house is not my house anymore. I sold it about a year after my divorce. I live somewhere else now. What? Did you check the nameplate? It wasn't my name, was it? Wait. I don't know this name. You did sell the house. That's what I've been saying. I can't believe you sold it after making such efforts to build it. It's too big for one person. Phoebe, what have you done? You broke into someone's house without permission. I didn't know that you sold the house. Not my fault. But it's still insane to break in through the window. What could I do? I was having trouble finding a new place to live with Ken. I thought he worked for a big company and has lots of money. But he said he didn't have much savings and wanted to find a cheap place to live. And let me tell you something else. The man you're going to marry is not Emily's husband. Huh? You said you stole Emily's husband, but I thought something was wrong. I asked Emily directly. What? Then Emily laughed and told me you didn't take her husband away from her and that you were mistaking him for someone else. That's impossible. I did take Ken away from her. I saw Ken and Emily together with my own eyes. There is no doubt that he is Emily's husband. Well, can't be helped that you mistook him. Huh? Ken has a twin brother. Twin? That's right. I just found out for the first time. Ken is an identical twin. He has a brother who looks exactly like him. So... It seems that the one you thought you stole from Emily was actually Sam, Ken's brother. What the... I mean, didn't you even check his name? I didn't bother to check. I just kept calling him darling. You must have made a terrible mistake. Oh no! Well, even if it was a mistake, if you like Sam, it's fine, isn't it? Of course, I can't forgive you for trying to steal Emily's husband, but turns out he wasn't Emily's. Sam must be a good-looking guy to your liking too. He has the same face as Ken, so he's certainly good-looking, but... Well, the only difference between the twins is that Sam doesn't work. What? Phoebe, you didn't know that? Sam failed to find a job when he was a university student and has been working as a freelancer ever since. He just quit his part-time job, so he's unemployed now. I thought he was working for a big company. Ken is the one who works for a big company. That's why he said he didn't have any savings. Of course. I don't know what to do. I've caught a useless guy. That's rude. You were the one who approached him. I don't care how good-looking he is. I don't want an unemployed man. I thought I was going to marry an elite guy with a high salary and become an elegant housewife. Too bad for you. According to Emily, Sam was going to have his wife provide for him after they got married. Does that mean I was going to marry a gold digger? Yep. So Sam tricked me? No, you misunderstood everything on your own. Anyway, Phoebe, are you still in the house I used to live in? Ah! What you're doing is trespassing. Oh my God! What do I do? I heard a car pull up outside. Maybe the current residents came back? Anna, help me! I can't. I'm out of state on a business trip. Oh no! Anna, what should I do in a situation like this? I think you should just go out and apologize. I don't want to. I'm scared. They'll get angry. Of course they will. Oh no! What? Someone came in through the front door. Oh, I'll see you later. Wait! Help me, Anna! What should I do? You're on your own. Anna! Oh, it's all over. Anna? Oh, Phoebe, you're safe. I was afraid you'd be in jail by now for trespassing. It was a sweet old couple who came home. I told them I thought it was my sister's house and apologized. They didn't call the police. All they did was give me a lecture. I see. If you learn from this, don't even think about taking someone's house again. Anna, help me! Yes? Sam and I have nowhere to live. Sam doesn't have a job, and we don't have money to rent an apartment. You are working, right? After Sam and I decided to get married, I handed in my resignation. Huh? I thought Sam was Emily's husband, Ken. With a husband who works for a big company, I thought I didn't have to work anymore. Mom and Dad have cut me off from them, so I can't depend on them. I thought about going to Sam's parents, but this time when his parents found out that I tried to take Ken away from Emily, they kicked me out along with Sam. Oh, you poor thing. That's why you are the only one I can rely on. Please lend me some money. If things continue as they are, we'll be homeless. Huh? I just need money to rent an apartment and for moving expenses. I'll pay you back. I don't want to. Why not? I'm your sister. Please help me. I don't consider you my sister. You brought this on yourself, didn't you? You can't. You're single with money to spare, right? I don't want to give a penny to you. You always try to steal someone else's husband right away. You're so stingy. Yeah, I am. Besides, I'm not single. What? I got remarried last year. Now I live with my husband. What? Well, I have to go to work, so I'll see you later. Wait, Anna? I don't want to be homeless. Anna, help me. My sister and Sam eventually parted without getting married. Phoebe is now living a life like a homeless person, moving from one shelter to another. Moreover, since her former husband demanded alimony, she had to borrow money to pay the alimony. Somehow, she managed to find a part-time job, but she is living in poverty, just trying to make ends meet. It seems that she has finally realized that she has had enough of trying to get married to other people's husbands. It is too late for that now, isn't it? I don't know where or what Sam is doing, but it seems that he remained unemployed. He's probably struggling somewhere now. As for me, I have a child with my second husband. I'm going on maternity leave soon. My parents are happy about my pregnancy. 3 years ago, I was at my lowest after my sister stole my husband. Now, I am filled with happiness. Felicity! Where are you now? The dishes I asked you to do aren't done yet. Sorry, Margaret. My stomach's feeling really tight and I can't move. I'm taking a rest in my bed. What? What are you indulging yourself for? Pregnancy isn't an illness, you know. Indeed, but I have a high-risk pregnancy. My doctor told me to take it easy. You started maternity leave early and have been at home. Well, since you're not working, you better do housework. That's still work. I should be mostly on bed rest, you know. Bed rest? That's a bit dramatic. I know I can't stay in bed all day, so I've been doing what I can. I don't want to risk anything happening to the baby, you know. Can't you help with the housework a little? You're just watching TV in your room, right? Stop complaining and get things done quickly. Otherwise, you'll end up regretting it. Please stop threatening me like that. It's not a threat. I'm serious. You're too much. The other day, you threw my things away just because I talked back. You were at fault, you know. In this house, what I say is absolute. Forcing me to weed under the scorching sun while I'm struggling with morning sickness? That's way out of line. I've said it many times. Pregnancy is not an illness. Your things were thrown away because you're a bad daughter-in-law. I hope you deeply reflect on that. Geez, you've changed, you know. How? When I met you for the first time, you said you were happy to have a nice girl like me in your family. Well, Gardner was still here back then. I had to play the role of a kind mother-in-law. He seemed to really like you, always nagging me to treat you well. So when he passed away, you changed your color. You got it right. There's no way I would like the thief who stole my precious son. So I guess your attitude toward me won't change in the future. Your existence alone is already annoying. On top of that, if you can't even handle chores properly, you're just a hindrance. I wish Vincent would divorce you. I see. If you don't want to be divorced, stop whining and start doing what you're supposed to do. First, clean up all the dishes in the kitchen. After that, clean the living room, and while you're at it, clean my room too. Your room too? Oh, if you dare to defy, it won't just be throwing things next time. Is that okay with you? All right, I'll clean up. Hey, honey, how's your business trip going? Is it a good time?
Oh, hey, what's up? I'm kind of busy right now.
Working this late?
It's not really work, but there's a lot to do during the business trip, you know.
I see.
So, what's up?
I'm thinking of moving out.
Moving out? What are you saying all of a sudden? You used to say you were happy living there.
That's because your mom was still nice.
She hasn't changed a bit.
Since your dad got sick and passed away, she did change, you know.
How?
She throws all the housework on me, and if she doesn't like the way I do things, she yells at me. Lately, she's even resorted to throwing my things away.
That's called tough love, isn't it?
Are you taking her side?
She's being tough for your own good. Don't you get it? Lately, you've just been lounging around and pushing all the chores onto her.
I'm pregnant.
So what? Pregnancy isn't an illness.
You two are saying the same thing. You know that I have a high-risk pregnancy and need to take it easy.
I'm a man, so I don't really know about pregnancy. So, what's the deal? Did she say something to you again?
When I wasn't feeling well and was resting, she demanded that I wash the dishes and clean.
If you don't like it, just say no.
If I refuse, I don't know what she might do. I'm worried sick about what might happen to the baby. So I think it's better to move out and just get a place for us alone. It would reduce stress and be better for the baby.
Why don't you move out alone then?
What?
I don't even mind divorcing if you'd like.
Divorce?
If you dislike her that much, there's no future for us.
But we're expecting. Can't we just live separately from her?
Nope. I can't leave her alone, especially now that Dad's gone.
But
I'm an only child, so I should look after her. You can go to your parents or do whatever you want.
that doesn't mean we have to get divorced.
If you can't get along with her, then we have no other choice. I'm not planning to separate from her, you know?
Honey, have you always been this much of a mama's boy?
What did you say? Is it wrong to care about my mother?
That's fine, but aren't you crossing the line? When we got married, you said you would prioritize me the most.
A wife and a mother are different, you know? A wife can be replaced by anyone, but there's only one mother in the world.
That's a harsh way to put it.
Just so you know, even if we divorce, I won't pay child support.
What the heck?
Of course not. It's your choice.
What are you talking about? It's a parent's obligation, so it doesn't matter.
Shut up. Anyway, I have to go. I'm busy.
Wait, Vincent.
I'm willing to accept your decision to part ways. Take your time to think until I return from my business trip.
Felicity, I heard from Vincent. Are you seriously thinking about getting a divorce? No, I haven't made up my mind about it yet.
Phew, that's a relief. Finally, you're thinking about leaving. I can breathe easy now. I won't have to see the face of the useless daughter-in-law anymore.
Margaret?
Oh, still hesitating? You want to get away from Vincent, right? Just file for a divorce already.
It's not that simple. We're expecting a child together.
There are plenty of single moms out there in the world. You can do it too.
I still hope to raise the child together with him.
Do you want to be punished again?
Excuse me?
You've got quite a big belly now.
Yes?
It looks like a balance ball, so I just want to hop on top.
You're despicable. There's your grandchild in my belly.
If you divorce him, that child is a stranger to me.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Really? Lucky me.
My unborn child is important to me. Staying with you puts its life at risk, so I can't do it.
But where are you going? Your parents live quite far from here, right?
I'll find a place to rent.
Good for you. File for divorce too.
That's something Vincent and I'll decide together.
No, do it right away.
I can't decide on my own.
You know, he also wants it to.
He doesn't want a wife who uses pregnancy as an excuse to neglect housework. So when he returns from his business trip, we'll start divorce proceedings right away. Sigh. But let me stay here for a bit longer. Why? Don't you want to leave right away? I need some time to find a new place. Well, the divorce is decided, so you're completely useless now. Get lost quickly. Please, I haven't found a place to live yet. Why not try camping out somewhere? That's not possible. I want to avoid putting stress on my body. I'm concerned about the baby. I don't care. Since you're getting a divorce, I have nothing to do with you or the child. Just disappear from my sight. Understood. I'm done here. Oh, good. When I just got married, you were really sweet, and I was genuinely happy back then. Vincent was caring too, and we were in love. What the heck? Are you trying to reminisce or something? I believed that was the real you, so I endured it all this time. There's no such thing as a good relationship between in-laws. Don't delude yourself with fantasies. I get it now. Okay, I won't be coming back. Obviously. I don't ever want to see your face again. Pack up your stuff and get out. Well, thank you for everything. Goodbye. Felicity! What's going on, Margaret? Why aren't you answering the phone? Sorry, I'm at the hospital for a checkup right now. Come back! Why? What's the matter? You kicked me out, remember? I'm retracting that. Just come back. You're having trouble finding a place to live, right? Not at all. Right after you kicked me out, I called my parents, and my dad came to pick me up. I'm staying with them now. I see. But you can't stay there forever, can you? Just come back here as soon as possible. Why? Did something come up? Vincent brought a strange girl here. A blondie with a plastic face and skimpy dress. Oh, that's his girlfriend. What? You knew? I could somewhat understand why you became cold after Gardner passed away. But when he started giving me a cold shoulder, I sensed something was off. Okay. He started working late and going on business trips all of a sudden. On top of that, he mentioned divorce even though we're about to become parents. So I hired someone to look into it. Like a private detective? Yeah. My dad introduced me to his acquaintance. Turns out he's been cheating on me with a jobless girl 10 years younger than him. She's the girl who's at your place now. I had no idea he was having an affair. And with a flashy girl like that? But from now on, you'll be living with her. You better try to get along. No way! I won't let her stay here. Listen, it's unbelievable. She doesn't do any housework. Even when I give her instructions, I don't know if she has some hearing problem or just ignores me, but she never listens. When I scolded her, she grabbed me and dared say stuff like, "Shut up, old lady." It was really scary. Oh, sounds like you've got a boisterous future daughter-in-law now. No way! Who would want a girl like that? Living with that rough, arrogant girl is way worse than having you around. But you kicked me out. So I'm telling you to come back. I'll be in trouble without you around, you know. I promised I wouldn't come back, remember? Oh, come on. Well, now let's add another villain here. What?
Felicity, why is Mom here too?
Vincent!
Ugh. Felicity, what the heck are you doing?
Can I have a little time right now?
Well, I have the day off today, but...
I want you and your mom to face reality together.
What the heck?
Even though your mom treated me horribly, you never defended me, right?
Of course not. She's always right. You were slacking off too much.
You didn't really think that, did you?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Vincent, you sided with me because you thought she wasn't fit to be your wife, right? No, that's not it. He pretended to be on your side because he wanted to be with his girlfriend. Oh, just so you know, denying the affair is pointless now. I told your mom earlier, but I've hired a private detective. I have evidence.
Uh-oh.
I know everything. Even when you claimed to be on a business trip, you were actually on a date with her. When I messaged you the other day, you were with her, right?
I admit cheating was wrong, but you wanted to leave the house, didn't you?
Your mom was treating me horribly, but you didn't stand up for me. What else could I do other than leave?
Well...
I became a nuisance to you, I guess. Taking advantage of your mom bullying me, you used it as an excuse to get a divorce, right? It's not true, right, Vincent?
Mom, don't believe a word she says. She just wants to blame me.
You can't talk your way out of it. Well, you must be happy to have gotten rid of me as you wished. Your mom doesn't seem too pleased, though. I finally got rid of the pest that was bothering us, only to find a new one. This time, it's worse than a pest. It's a virus. Too bad.
A virus? That's harsh.
Why didn't you tell me that you had a girlfriend?
Sorry, Mom. I couldn't bring myself to admit I was cheating.
Don't tell me you're thinking about getting married to her.
Well, actually, she's pregnant, and we're planning to get married as soon as the divorce is finalized.
She's already pregnant? Well, then getting married is the only option. From what I've found, she used to hang out with shady people, and she seems quite tough. Watch out, Margaret. Shady people?
Jeez, don't say unnecessary things. Mom, you kicked her out because you thought she wasn't a good wife, right? The new girlfriend looks flashy, but she's a really nice girl. You'll come to like her soon.
That's not happening. She doesn't do any housework and her language is terrible. There's absolutely no chance of accepting her as my family.
Don't you want me to be happy?
Of course I do. But I don't want a defiant daughter-in-law. Break up with her right away.
Jeez.
Anyway, I don't like any woman getting close to my precious son, no matter who. You see, Vincent, she isn't wishing for your happiness. She just wants to claim you as her possession.
No way. Are you really that kind of person?
Please, Felicity, come back. You're better than that flashy girl. I apologize for everything. I already said no earlier. I'll do anything to earn your forgiveness. I don't want your apologies now, and we've already filed for a divorce, so forget it. There was a time we got along well, remember? No, I want nothing to do with you anymore. Then what am I supposed to do? You just need to live happily with your son and his future wife. I don't want that. Vincent, break up with her now. Call off the divorce.
Cut the crap, Mom. You kicked her out.
You did too.
Enough. I don't want my happiness interfered with, so I'm cutting ties with you.
Are you throwing your mother away? In the end, both of you were pretending to care about each other, while only thinking of yourselves.
Are we done now? I'm out of here.
Wait. I'll demand alimony and child support from you.
What? I can't pay. I'm using my money for the wedding with her. Plus, she's pregnant. I'm already overwhelmed with that. I beg you not to meddle with my happiness.
You think you can get away so easily after betraying me and our baby? I don't care if you have to borrow, but pay up. Ask your girlfriend to help you.
Stop it. She's not working, so she has less money than I do. If she finds out about this, she might call off the marriage.
Then you just have to figure it out.
I told you I don't have money. Consider my situation.
None of my business.
Mom, can you pay on my behalf? You'll do that for me, right? I'm your precious son after all.
You've got to be kidding me. You're not my son.
What? You used to say I was the most important person in the world.
That was when you were mine and mine alone. If you care so much about another woman, I'll gladly cut ties with you.
What the heck, Mom?
Let's save the mother-son quarrel for later. I've said what I wanted. I'm leaving now.
Wait, we should meet up and talk.
We won't. Ever again. Wait, Felicity! Please, come back!
I don't want to go into debt. Spare me.
Vincent and Margaret, despite talks of cutting ties, stayed together in the house along with his girlfriend. Margaret, reaching her limit, demanded that they leave. But the assertive girlfriend managed to talk her down. The three continued to live together in an uncomfortable atmosphere today. Moreover, my attorney successfully negotiated alimony and child support, so Vincent is now drowning in debt. Obviously, life has been challenging for the couple, and Margaret has even taken up a part-time job. According to the neighbor, there are daily arguments and sounds of things being thrown around in their house. I'm truly grateful to have left that house when I could. I gave birth to a healthy baby girl and am enjoying blissful times at my parents' house. My maternity leave will end soon, so I plan to enroll her in daycare. I'm committed to nurturing and raising her, supported by the love and assistance of my parents.
Hi, Tony. Are you currently overseas? When are you planning to return?
Hey, Vanessa. Still not sure when I can come back. Dealing with some minor issues here and it's keeping me busy.
Oh, yeah? I don't know exactly, but hope you can fix it soon. But seriously, taking an overseas trip when it's not even vacation season, you're living the good life, you know.
I think I explained this before. I'm not on vacation, I'm here on a business trip.
Business trip? Come on, don't lie. No way someone like you with a low education level would get to go on a business trip abroad. Well, I actually am right now. I heard from Simon that you only graduated from high school.
Yep, that's true.
A bottom-tier person like you, who can't even go to university in this day and age, going on a business trip abroad is laughable.
Jeez, calling me a bottom tier?
I'm puzzled. Simon's right and graduated from a top university, but his sister is a high school graduate. Why is there such a difference even though you have the same parents? Well, if you didn't like studying, I guess there was nothing you could do about it.
I didn't particularly dislike studying, but due to circumstances, I had to start working right after school.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to hear your excuses. You had to work because you're dumb, right? Nowadays, having just a high school diploma is embarrassing, don't you think?
That's so rude. I don't care how you see me anyway. There are plenty of successful people with just a high school diploma. It's unfair to judge someone as bottom tier based solely on their education.
You're too naive. No matter how nicely you put it, people with higher education are still favored in society. They get higher salaries. At the very least, you should have gotten an associate degree. Personally, I think people who haven't gone to university are not very useful.
I see. You graduated from a famous university too, but you've been a homemaker without ever working, right? I wonder if education is really necessary.
What did you say? Are you making fun of housewives? It's a respectable job. It requires a lot of brain power to manage household chores, you know.
I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. I just want to say that looking down on people based on their education is wrong.
Acting all high and mighty just because you got a job with only a high school education.
Vanessa, it seems like you don't have anything important to discuss. Can I excuse myself now?
Wait,
I still have some work to do.
what work? You're just playing around.
Well then.
Hold on.
What is it?
Totally forgot to mention. Simon and I decided to move into your house.
What? Why?
It's no big deal, right? Originally, it was a family home.
Yeah, it was, but not anymore. I'm living there now, so it's not nice if you just show up.
We already moved in.
What the heck?
Why are you surprised? It's normal for the eldest son and his wife to live in the family home. Simon had a spare key, so we've already brought all our stuff in.
This is unbelievable.
Listen, it's actually wrong for a single woman like you to live alone in this big house. It must be a hassle with all the cleaning. If we live together, we can share the chores, right? If anything, you should be grateful.
But,
Anyway, we're housemates now. Well, you won't be coming back for a while, so we'll make ourselves at home.
Hold on, Vanessa. Vanessa! Hey, Simon, I'm in a bit of a bind.
What's up?
I was chatting with Vanessa earlier. Is it true you guys moved into my place?
Oh, about that.
Why the heck did you do that without consulting me first?
What, got an issue with it? It's also my family home, you know? I don't need your permission.
Ugh, you two are so selfish. Anyway, why did you decide to come to my place?
We didn't have anywhere else to go.
What do you mean? What happened to your apartment?
We were ordered to vacate by the owner. The building is deteriorating, so we had to move out for reconstruction.
I see.
It happened suddenly, so we didn't have time to find a new place. So for the time being, we decided to move to your place, which was originally our home.
Uh-huh. In that case, you can stay for now. But make sure you find a new place by the end of the month.
Why?
Didn't we talk about this before? We can't stay there for long.
Really? Well, whatever. We're going to stay until we find the next place.
Only until the end of this month.
Yeah, I got it. By the way, I heard you're on vacation abroad.
Ugh, you and Vanessa are just unbelievable. It's not a vacation, it's a business trip.
Yeah, right. You're just sightseeing under the guise of a business trip.
No, seriously.
You got it easy, huh? I work late every day while you get to take days off for a vacation.
I'm telling you, it's not a vacation, it's work.
You know what? You could just not come back.
Huh?
If you stay away, the house would be ours, right? Living with a nagging sister-in-law would be annoying for my wife. Might as well live overseas for good.
What are you saying?
Well, if you adamantly insist, I guess we'll let you stay with us.
Why do I need your consent to live in my own house? You're not even the owner, so don't act so high and mighty.
Let me remind you, I'm the eldest son. Now that mom and dad have moved away, it's me who's inheriting that house.
Inheriting? Like I said earlier, we can't stay there forever, you know.
Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna listen to your nonsense.
What are you even talking about?
I finally got to live there. I don't need to rent a cramped apartment anymore, right? We'll take over the house.
Impossible. It won't be yours, no matter what. You have to leave as promised.
Why are you so annoying? If you keep arguing, you'll face consequences.
What do you mean?
Well, that's a surprise for when you come back.
Wait a sec. What are you planning to do?
I'll give you a harsh punishment for a defiant sister like you. Brace yourself.
Tony, you're not coming back anytime soon, right?
I should be back in about 3 days.
Like Simon said, it's okay if you stay there for good.
Jeez.
An undereducated, low-income person going on an overseas vacation is quite audacious. I went ahead and threw away all your stuff so you didn't have to come back.
What the heck?
I don't need a sister-in-law who lies about a business trip and just hangs around. You're nothing but a nuisance. After discussing with Simon, we decided to kick you out. Since you have no place or belongings to go back to, find a new place when you come back.
Did you really throw away all my stuff?
Of course! I left the usable appliances, but I got rid of the bed, dresser, and everything in the closet. But you know, it's such a shame.
What?
Turns out that being a high school grad means being poor after all. I thought I might take something if there was anything useful, but all the furniture was falling apart and the clothes were just cheap and worn out. Not a single branded item. Since everything was like trash, I threw it all away.
Thanks, I'm grateful.
What?
I didn't ask for it, but I appreciate you threw away my stuff.
Are you okay?
Great, you saved me a lot of trouble.
What do you mean?
You said my stuff was like trash, and you were right. Everything left there was stuff I was planning to get rid of anyway.
What? So, you didn't have anything important?
Nope. Took everything else and moved it to my new place.
New place?
I was planning to move anyway.
Really?
Haven't you heard anything from Simon? You guys are ready for the move too, right?
Move?
You can only stay there until the end of this month.
Hold on, what do you mean?
The house is scheduled for demolition.
Demolition?
You really didn't know, huh? I've already told him. You know, our parents lived there originally. When Dad retired a few years ago, they wanted to move to the countryside and decided to hand it over to me. But it's too big for me to live alone, and it's getting old and needs repairs all over too. About a month ago, we discussed demolishing.
Oh my God.
Of course, Mom and Dad have agreed to it, and I've informed Simon. At that time, you guys just got married. I checked with him if he had any plans to take over the house, but he agreed to demolish it. He said it was too big and cleaning would be a hassle for you.
Oh, I had no clue.
So the demolition work is starting at the end of this month. I had to move out before that, but with the sudden business trip, I was unsure when to clean up my room. Having the trip extended, I was getting anxious, but thanks to you throwing away my stuff on my behalf, I don't have to rush back now.
Hold on, I've never been told anything about tearing down the house or moving out.
I told Simon to leave by the end of this month. Did he not listen to the details? You have to clear out everything from there before the move-out date. You guys better start preparing.
Don't just decide such a major thing on your own. The house was bought by your dad, right? You don't have the right to demolish it.
When our parents left, the ownership was transferred to me, so I'm the owner.
You're kidding! This is too much to take in, all at once.
If you have any complaints, talk to Simon.
Isn't there any way to stop the construction?
Not possible.
Oh no.
Well, I have to get back to work now.
Tony, I heard you're tearing down the house.
Oh, you heard from Vanessa already, huh?
What are you thinking? Making arrangements without consulting me?
Hey, when it was decided, I informed you, remember? At that time, you didn't care, because you had no plan on living there, and you said you'd leave it all up to me, right?
Did I? But now I'm saying I'm going to live there. We should drop the demolition talk.
The paperwork is already done, so it's impossible. Besides, didn't I tell you clearly? You need to leave by the end of this month.
I completely forgot about the plan to tear down the house. It's my family home, and I intend to keep living there.
Unbelievable. But we have to leave no matter what. You guys need to move out soon.
Hold on. Where are you going after you move out?
I signed a lease for a new apartment.
Oh, good. Then we'll also move there with you.
Excuse me? Why would you come to my apartment? You guys can find a different place.
We can't, after all.
Why not?
We don't have the money.
Are you kidding me?
Actually, we were forced to leave the previous apartment not because of the building's deterioration, but because we couldn't pay the rent.
Well, I had my suspicions. It looked quite new and nice, so I thought the aging was probably a lie. But you work for a big company and hold a higher position, right? You must be getting a decent salary, so how can you not afford the rent?
Well, I messed up a bit at work and got demoted.
Oh.
So my salary was significantly reduced and life became tough. We couldn't even afford the rent.
But that doesn't justify moving into my house by force. If your salary isn't enough, then ask Vanessa to get a job. Or there are other options like moving to a cheaper place, you know.
I haven't told her about the demotion.
Oh my god.
Because I, a graduate of top-tier university, messing up at work is too embarrassing to admit, you know? After all, she expects to lead an easy life as a housewife by marrying someone like me. How could I disappoint her so early in our marriage?
I see. You're trying to impress her and overextending yourself. But is it really that hard to make a living just because you got demoted?
She loves spending, so I haven't been able to save any money. She spends my hard-earned money on designer bags, jewelry, and stuff. We used credit card installments, so we have a pile of debt now.
Whoa, you have debt too?
Yeah, she went on a shopping spree with my credit card. Well, I also bought some watches and shoes, but...
So both of you are show-offs.
So if you move, we're coming with you. We'll start packing now. Just tell me the new address.
Not happening.
Why not?
It'll be cramped with you guys around.
Deal with it. We're a family, right? Besides, it's more fun with a bunch of people than living alone.
I won't be alone. I'm getting married.
What?
Come to think of it, I hadn't told you about it.
Who's the lucky guy?
The CEO of the company where I work.
The CEO? How did the high school grad manage to marry the company CEO?
Listen. You and Vanessa love making fun of my education, but the reason I started working early was because Dad got sick and couldn't work anymore, you know? I actually enjoyed studying. Even after I started working, I read a lot of books and studied on my own to get many qualifications. I also gained recognition at work, and now I'm even entrusted to go on business trips abroad. I'm different from you, who sits on his education laurels.
Darn it.
You belittled me and tried to kick me out of the house. Don't come running to me now, just because we're family.
You're cold for a sister. You don't care if your brother becomes homeless.
That's your own fault.
Then lend me some money.
Yeah, right.
I'll rent an apartment, so I need money to move. Give me the relocation fee.
Why do I have to do that?
Because you're the only person I can rely on. I can't ask Dad and Mom, who are retired in the countryside. You're about to become the wife of the company CEO. It's not a big deal to lend me money for an apartment, right?
Yes, it is. Before relying on me, you should get Vanessa to work.
Don't be ridiculous. She's never had a job since graduating from university.
She brags about her education but has zero real-world experience. It's laughable.
Shut up. Being a full-time housewife is a respectable job too.
She said the same thing. Well, even if becoming a regular employee is impossible, she could do part-time jobs, right?
I also wish she would work a bit and contribute financially, but asking her to take a part-time job now would be embarrassing.
Why are you still trying to act cool at this point? Thanks to her selfishness, you're in debt, right? It's only fair to make her work.
I apologize for trying to kick you out. I regret making fun of your lack of education. I'll make her apologize someday too. Just let us stay in your apartment for a little while.
I said no. We're about to start our newlywed life. Your presence would only be a hindrance.
We'll move out as soon as we find a new place. Come on, it's a good deal, right?
I decline.
Please, Tony.
Go figure it out on your own.
Wait. Don't abandon us, Tony.
Simon and Vanessa, unable to find a new place, headed to our parents in the countryside. Since Mom and Dad were already aware of them trying to kick me out, they were promptly sent away. In the end, they had to turn to the mercy of Vanessa's family and became lodgers there. However, due to her demanding personality, her family and she never got along well. Shortly after, they were kicked out. In a tough spot, Simon quit his job, and he and Vanessa found live-in jobs together. However, whether due to their inability to learn new skills or their problematic personalities, they couldn't fit in at their workplace, constantly facing scolding from their employer. Their proud educational background seemed to be of no use, and both appeared to be going through miserable times. As for me, shortly after returning from my business trip, I got married to my husband and we moved into a new apartment together. At the wedding, I received blessings from many people, and now I'm one happy wife. Taking my spendthrift sister-in-law as a bad example, I've decided to continue working hard. I aspire to be a good teammate to my husband, both personally and professionally.
Hey Marsha, answer the phone.
Morning, Harold.
Why the heck aren't you picking up the phone?
I'm sorry, I can't talk on the phone right now. I'm at the doctor with my child. Can we communicate through messages, please?
Well, it's way past our business start time, but what are you doing? Because you are not here, work's already piling up.
But I spoke to one of my assistants, Haley, this morning. Didn't she inform you? I'd like to take a day off today because my daughter's sick.
Sick? Don't lie.
I'm not lying. She's burning with over 100 degrees of fever.
Taking a day off for that is an exaggeration. Once you're done there, come right to work.
No way. If a child has a fever, the daycare won't accept them. I apologize for the sudden request, but I'll be taking a day off today.
What? You can easily cheat. Just don't tell them, that's all.
It's not that simple. If my child infects other kids or the staff, it'll be a problem.
Then leave the kid at home and come to work. We're short-handed as it is. Don't suddenly take a day off like this. It's inconvenient. Besides, a child fever is probably just a cold or something. Just ignore it. They usually get better if you let them sleep.
She's only 2 years old, and we don't know if it's just a cold yet. Are you telling me to leave a sick child alone at home?
She'll be sleeping anyway, so she won't know even if you're gone.
That's crazy. I can't leave a 2-year-old alone at home.
By the way, it's weird having a 2-year-old at 43 in the first place.
Excuse me?
Normally, at your age, your kids should be in high school or something, you know. I'm in my 40s like you, and my daughter's already in college. Maybe it's because you had a child at an older age, you're being overprotective. But using her as an excuse to skip work isn't acceptable.
I'm not skipping work.
Your excuse is just that. Do you understand that it's the busy season right now? Do you realize how much everyone else is affected by your selfish absence?
I really feel bad for causing trouble for everyone. But I don't think it's selfish for a mother to take time off work for her child. I can't just leave my sick child at home and go to work, you know?
Huh?
I think it's a natural feeling for a mother. Besides, the company promotes the good balance between work and childcare. You, as a director, should know that, right?
Balancing work and childcare? That's just a figure of speech, of course. As a company employee, you should prioritize work over kids.
Anyway, I'll be taking a day off today.
What the heck? You've gotten arrogant since you had a kid, huh?
Excuse me?
I remember last month you left early because your child wasn't feeling well, right?
Yes, I was called by the daycare.
You're getting a full salary for only working half a day. That's stealing, isn't it?
I applied for half a day of paid leave, so it's not stealing.
Your colleagues can't even take a day off because they're busy. It's unfair that you can easily use leave just because you have a child.
Unfair or not, taking leave is a right for employees, isn't it?
After all, a sick child is a lie, right? You're just using her as an excuse to skip work.
I'm telling you, it's not a lie.
Nah, you're definitely making up an excuse to slack off. A liar like you should be fired right now.
Fired?
Of course, you're negligent in your duties, so you deserve it.
You don't have the authority to terminate employees.
Even without it, I can suggest to higher-ups that you deserve it. After all, you're just a regular desk clerk. Anyone can do clerical work.
Is that so?
As long as you can use a computer, even a kid can do it. There are plenty of people who can replace you.
I see. Well then, I quit. Leaving a small child alone and going to work is not something a parent should do.
Oh, you're pretty stubborn. Seriously? Are you okay with being unemployed with zero income from tomorrow? It's tough to find a new job at your age, I suppose.
Don't worry about that.
Then don't bother coming in tomorrow. Be as stubborn as you want. But it's too late if you regret it later.
Masha, how's your daughter?
She's okay, thanks.
By the way, I heard from Harold earlier. Is it true that you got fired?
Well, sorry for making you worry.
What happened? I thought you just took a day off to take care of your sick daughter today.
I was told to leave her at home and come to work. When I refused, he accused me of lying about her being sick and said liars get fired. So I just said I quit.
That's messed up. He's crazy. Some tasks can't be done without you, you know. Since he joined our department, everyone's been struggling. You know, he sits at his desk reading the newspaper, and to be honest, it looks like he's the one who's slacking off. He dumps a ton of work on us and leaves on time.
Yeah, it's definitely become a difficult place to work.
Now, with the most experienced you gone, what's gonna happen to us? And you know what? I was told to take over all of your work. We don't even have a manual. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, don't worry about that. I've been making one, thinking about the sudden absence like today.
Wait, there's a manual? I thought Harold said we didn't need it and banned creating one.
I got permission from his boss. Harold thinks manuals make people do no more than is stated. But when someone suddenly takes day off or quits, it becomes crucial.
Oh, this is great news! It's gonna be very helpful.
If Harold finds out, it could be a problem. So I named it Document 1 instead of Manual and saved it in my cloud folder. Can you check it?
Got it! I'll find it right now. Oh, there it is!
Well, even with the manual, there might be technically challenging parts, and things might not immediately run smoothly.
But it's way better than having nothing! Thank you!
The rest is up to you.
Wait, Marsha! It's absolutely ridiculous that you got fired! I'm gonna talk to Harold about this.
Calm down, Haley. If you do that, it'll disrupt today's work. Besides, it might be better not to take any actions that could be seen as problematic for now.
But it's just not right! You did nothing wrong to get fired!
Don't worry about me. It's not like I'm going to have trouble making a living right now.
But it's just not fair that you, who works diligently, are being forced to quit, while that guy who's been harassing employees get to stay at the company.
I didn't resist him because I had my reasons for it.
Reasons?
Well, he's gonna face some consequences sooner or later. Sorry for causing trouble, but right now, I'd appreciate it if you could bear with it and watch over things. Marsha, get to work right away. Marsha!
Good morning, Harold.
Forget the greetings, just come in already. It's way past the start time.
Start time? But I'm not an employee there anymore.
You haven't gone through the formalities yet.
Well, I did. I went through the procedures at the head office.
What? Head office? I'm your direct boss. Why didn't you go through me?
I happened to have some business there, so I took care of the resignation paperwork at the same time.
Business at the head office?
Yeah.
Whatever. The thing is, we're short-staffed right now. My staff are calling in sick one after another. I can't handle the workload alone. Just for today, can you come in?
Nope. Didn't you say clerical work is something even a kid could do?
It turns out I have no idea where to start. I should have prepared a manual for times like this. I've always relied on my staff for hands-on work. I never thought you guys were handling such complicated tasks.
You prohibit manual creation, remember? It's your own fault.
Shut up! I'm asking you to come in. I know everything will be solved if you are here.
Well, there's a manual.
What?
I got permission from your boss and made one just in case.
Where is it? Tell me, I'll check right now.
There's no need to tell you.
Why the heck not?
Because you'll never have a chance to use it.
I don't understand.
You labeled me a liar and fired me. But it's you who's getting the boot.
What? Are you saying I'm getting fired?
Yep.
Look, we are in an emergency here. Instead of spouting nonsense, tell me where the manual is now.
It's not nonsense. The reason I went to the head office wasn't just to submit my resignation. It was to report your misdeeds.
What? What the heck did I do? You better not have snitched on me for saying you're fired. Just so you know, I didn't get you fired. You quit on your own.
I didn't say anything really. I just asked them to check the security camera footage.
Security camera?
Oh, you didn't know? In our office, we've had cameras installed for a few years now to prevent misconduct.
I wasn't told about that.
Well, they're discreetly placed. You've only been working there for a year. It's understandable if you didn't know.
Hold on a sec. Does that mean our office is in full view of the head office?
That's right. Your habit of dumping work on your staff and forcing employees who want to take a day off due to their child's illness to come in. They know everything.
Then I need you even more to come back.
Why?
I want you to clear things to them. Can't you testify that I haven't done anything wrong?
Don't joke with me. Why do I have to give false testimony?
I'll be in trouble if I'm forced to quit now. I still have a mortgage to pay, and my daughter's college tuition too. You're probably struggling to find another job anyway, right? I'll rescind the firing, so come back to work right away.
I don't need you to rescind anything. I'm not in any trouble.
Oh.
Actually, my husband is the CEO of a company. Since they need extra help in the office, he asked me to lend a hand. I'm already in the process of joining them. I won't be coming back there.
Your husband is a CEO?
Well, I'm busy, so I'll excuse myself now.
Wait! Marsha! Marsha, please answer the phone.
What now, Harold? Please stop bothering me. You're not my boss anymore.
Never mind that. I was summoned by my boss just now. He gave me a termination letter.
Oh, really?
This is all you're doing.
Is it?
You snitched about me to the head office.
No way. I just wanted them to know about the situation in the department. So I just asked them to check the security camera footage.
I'm telling you, it was unnecessary. Damn it. I worked so hard to climb the ladder. I thought I was on a fast track to success.
Well, if you got fired, there's nothing we can do about it. Just work hard at a new place.
Don't talk like it's someone else's problem.
Because it is.
You said your husband is the CEO, right?
Yeah, so?
Can I come work for him?
Excuse me?
I got fired because of you. As an apology, you should tell him to hire me.
No way.
Why not? Having experienced personnel like me would be helpful for your husband, wouldn't it?
Experienced or not, you're always just reading the newspaper at your desk and yelling at us, weren't you?
Hey, I did work behind the scenes, you know. And yelling was just a form of guidance.
I see. In any case, he doesn't need a high-handed person like you in his company. Good luck with your job search.
Are you not willing to help out a former boss you've been indebted to?
Indebted? I'm the one who suffered from your unreasonable actions.
Suffered? That's an exaggeration.
In a company that boasts about creating a supportive environment for employees with children, you tried to force me to work when my child wasn't well. When I asked to take a day off, you spewed absurd remarks like leaving my 2-year-old home alone to nap. When I didn't comply, you baselessly accused me of lying about my child's illness and declared that I was fired, despite having no authority to do so.
I apologize for that.
Apologizing won't cut it, you know.
You managed to find a new job smoothly, so why complain?
I did, but you could have messed up someone's life completely.
We were short-staffed at work. I was overwhelmed too.
Anyway, there's no way my husband's company would hire you.
Please, it's too hard to change jobs at this age.
Can we end this now?
Wait!
I'm gonna pick my child now.
Hold on, what about hiring me?
You're too persistent, so I'm blocking you. Take care and good luck.
Hey, wait! Marsha! Damn it! Not even marked as red! Please, don't abandon me!
Hi, Marsha. It's been a while. Haley, long time no see. How are you? Everyone's doing great. Happy to hear. How about you? Are things getting better now that Harold's gone? Yeah, I actually enjoy working now. The new director values the team unlike the previous one. And thanks to the manual you created, work is flowing smoothly. That's wonderful. By the way, have you heard any rumors about Harold? No, I blocked him. I don't know what's been happening since he was let go. Well, his wife slapped him with a divorce. What? Divorce? He's been having a hard time finding a job. I don't know if it's his age or his lack of ability, but whenever he interviews, he always gets rejected. His wife got fed up and left him. Jeez. I remember he had a daughter in college. Is he okay with the divorce? Well, his wife used to be a Korean woman working for a major company. After he lost his job, she quickly found a job and has been working hard. So she has no problem without him. She'd rather leave the man who gets fired from the company for bullying his staff. She moved out with their daughter and they're living in an apartment now. So, Harold is stuck in his house with the remaining mortgage. All alone, living a lonely life it seems. Kind of pitiful, but he brought it on himself. You mentioned he was going to face consequences, remember? It seems that came true, so I thought I'd share the news with you. I didn't expect him to be left by his wife, though. You're working at your husband's company, right? Yeah, it's helpful to have a workplace that understands the challenges of raising a child. I miss working with you, but I'm gonna try enjoying my work. Yeah, let's both do our best. All right then, chat again soon. According to what I heard from a former colleague, Haley, it seems Harold gave up on securing a full-time job. Currently, he's juggling part-time jobs, desperately paying off his mortgage, and leading a lonely, impoverished life. It seems he's worried about facing old age alone. He's been enthusiastically attending singles parties. However, no one's interested in poor middle-aged man who doesn't have a regular job, so I hear he's been depressed. As for me, I'm happily working in the accounting department at my husband's company. There are many other moms raising kids in the office, so we all collaborate and strive together.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.